And we're live.
Howdy.
We're live. So what's up, guys?
Hey, everyone.
Random live stream. and this guy over here, I think he's on this side. No, he's on this side.
I'm on that side.
He's on this side.
Other side.
He's there. This guy.
It's a coin toss and you lost.
Terry Smith. If you don't know who he is an internet sensation since how long?
I don't know. I just found out 3 seconds ago.
Oh, well, there you go. Internet sensation since 3 seconds ago. That's like one of my favorite shows is Futurama, and Bender always says like that's been my lifelong dream since I learned about it 30 minutes ago. And so I always remember him. But anyways, Terry Smith's here, sideshow poser guy, collector, Star Wars aficionado, nerd. Collector?
Yeah, aficionado nerd, depending on what you want to do, man. I don't care.
Depending on if you want to be cool or nerdy. Now, if we were just talking about this. So Terry and I, we were just watching this Mandalorian trailer that just dropped, like way late in the day for some reason.
Yeah, I've been like hanging on by like my fingernails all day long, waiting for this thing to drop, and then all of a sudden I get this text from you, like, "Hey!" Like, oh.
Yeah,
I was in the middle of something else, Star Wars. I was actually watching Solo.
Oh.
And you send me this message like trailer. That's it. It was a single word, trailer.
Exactly, with exclamation point. Bam.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Get up, slam the door. Turn everything up, full volume. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to do that too. I put it on the big screen downstairs and the surround sound and everything. Turn it up, and I watched it like 12 times.
You got me beat by 2. I've actually watched it a couple of times, like 4 or 5 times maybe now, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it was. So we're going to talk about that, and I went. This was an impromptu live stream, so there's no format for this other than we're going to talk about the Mandalorian and Disney and that kind of stuff, and then whatever you guys in the chat want to discuss. But we have quite a few people here already, which is amazing. So shout out to all you guys who showed up and have your notifications turned on. That's amazing. So thank you. But we're going to chat about this Mandalorian thing because where do you
want to start?
I think what we ought to do. Here's what making this. I'm on the spot. I'm going to pull up the trailer on my phone.
Okay.
All right. And I got the volume turned down. So if you guys in the chat land want to watch this with us, then you can do that too. I figure we'll just kind of talk about the very first scene. Which involves these guys.
Yeah.
And no joke, I'm not even kidding about this. The very first time I saw this, I was thinking to myself, that looks like something you would do like on a photo.
Just can you like hang on just 1 second?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
I didn't know Apollo Creed was going to be in Star Wars.
I don't know how much of this is actually going to be visible here, but
yeah.
I don't necessarily unbang all of it. But I just will.
Go for it.
Yeah, so this is happening, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a bucket full of these things.
Yeah.
So a bucket full of buckets, if you will. So yeah, this is something that's going to happen. I straight up suspect if Hot Toys does not do something about this, if Hot Toys does not enter into this equation, it is such a missed opportunity. I fully expect that they will. This is not insider info. This is pure speculation on my part, but I think that it's going to happen. I'm going to be prepared.
I'm like already thinking, what?
Right?
And my wife's going,
how am I going to do this?
I'm seriously, I'm going, I don't know, because just the first scene with the buckets all over the ground, and then the buckets on the pikes, right?
The pikes are the ones that did it for me, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
And you got to wonder how did they get there? And of course, then the guy walks by. Now, is this the guy, this Mandalorian fellow? Did he do all that himself? And of course, the planet looks like they're on like Tatooine or something.
Well, we've already seen that there's plenty of different desert planets in the Star Wars galaxy.
Right.
You've got Jeddah, and you've got Tatooine. I mean, that's 2 that we know of already. Am I missing any? Feel free to sound off. If anybody's
Jakku.
commenting, I'm watching here. So.
You got Jakku.
Jakku.
But yeah,
I want to say that whatever that Wobani seemed pretty. It seemed like a pretty gnarly desert planet to me as well.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. It doesn't look like a good place to be,
Not
especially if
terribly
you're a trooper.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to wear all that stuff on a desert planet? Yeah, I get that.
It's I don't know. I don't know what planet it's on. I'm hoping it's a new one that we haven't seen before. Kind of hoping that.
That's my hope too. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's all well and good to keep going back and visiting Tatooine when you're dealing with the Skywalker series,
right?
But it's if you're dealing with something brand new, better to branch off and do something completely unexpected.
I agree. Like they should be in North Carolina or something. So, I don't know. They should not today because it's pouring out rain, storming like crazy.
The deserts of California.
No, Siri. I don't want to talk to you. My phone.
Siri's got too much to say.
Siri wants to talk about Star Wars, no doubt about it. But they got all these buckets, and they look like they're. So I don't know where the timeline's at. Got any insight on where the timeline's at? Because these look like OG buckets. Like,
well, they're absolutely OG buckets. But I mean, I couldn't tell based on what I was. Just the glimpse that we got there, they seemed like they were post. There's definitely a difference between the episode 4 and the episode 6 buckets, so to speak. The episode 6 buckets seemed much more in line with the ones that we see in, say, Rebels. So I don't know if that's just like a product of the limitations of the manufacturing at the time, if they're trying to nail it down to just a single aesthetic for all the Stormtroopers, and just not acknowledging the differences that occurred in episode 4 or what. But what I saw there reminded me a lot of what we saw in episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because of one of the figures. Keep thinking of Hot Toys. One of the other troopers we see later in the trailer goes back to Rogue One, which is pre-episode 4, right? It's right in the middle, so it's like that's a pretty good time span to happen between that and this.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe Death Troopers are.
So how do you come to terms with that, right? I mean, because another thing that they also pointed out was that they tried to make some sort of an argument. There was some sort of an issue that the fans had with, why have we not seen the Death Troopers? And there I go spoiling shit for people. Sorry, but why?
I think everybody here has probably seen it. It's okay.
Most likely, yeah. Why have we not seen the Death Troopers after Rogue One? They appeared in Rogue One. We didn't see them in the entirety of the trilogy.
Right.
Why not? Well, the argument at the time that they presented was that they all died on Scarif. Well, one of two things is going on. Either somebody didn't know what they were talking about, or they didn't all die on Scarif and there were more. Or this all takes place before episode 4.
Exactly. Timeline. It's kind of crazy, right? So I'm...
So many unanswered questions.
There are, and I have a feeling that we're going to get a lot of answered questions throughout this thing, and of course we're going to have more questions as it comes around because we're only 60 days away or something. We're pretty close. 90 days away.
November what?
I think it's the 12th. Hold on. I don't know. I already know what's going to... So is there any question out there, anybody who's signing up for Disney Plus as of right now?
I'm all over it like hair on a gorilla, baby. I mean, it's going to happen regardless.
Man, holy cow. Let's see. I want to say it's November.
Who is not... Okay, a show of hands in chat. Who is not signing up for Disney Plus now?
Right.
I just want to know because I think I might be able to talk you out of it. Let me just show you a video.
November 12th.
November 12th. Yep. So, yeah, we are 6 weeks away, 7 weeks away.
We're all over it, man. Like, we could jump past... I would be no problem jumping past New York Comic Con, going straight to Disney Plus, like today, just like time warp. Look it up. Where's Doctor Strange when you need him?
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a good idea.
Yeah,
I already canceled my DC Universe subscription, so that frees that up.
Oh, well, there you go.
Monetarily. Yeah, Swamp Thing's over. What's the point?
Yeah. Well, this right here. So if this happens, and I'm looking in the chat trying to keep up with that as well. If this happens, episode, let's say post Rogue One, pre episode 4. Between Rogue One and episode 6, somewhere in that ballpark. you gotta. Are they going to interact with the Empire and the Skywalker saga in any way? Or is this just going to be, they're way over here, and although that's happening, and it might be like some dialogue going on with it, I'm wondering if they're going to even mention it. The whole Emperor and the Vader, and I wonder if they're even going to mention it or acknowledge it in any way.
Okay. My gut instinct is to say that I hope not.
I also hope not.
Having said that, this is and I'm looking at something that this guy H Green 1313
Harold, yeah,
great username there, Star Wars fan 1313. So he's saying that it's between 5 and 8 years after Return of the Jedi. If that's the case, this show has an awesome opportunity to lead into events that are taking place in Episode 9.
Right.
Which is coming out at the end of December.
Of December. But it also opens up the question as, where the heck have these guys been? I mean, if it's that late in the game.
Did they bring them back?
Did they engineer them again with the whole brain thing and the whole? I don't know. It's I don't know. I was going to stand up. We need to know, Disney. We know you're watching.
This is curious too, dude. Think about this. A lot of comparisons were made after the release of the Sith Trooper to the Death Trooper.
Right.
So what if that's part of the process?
Ooh. What is? In other words, it was just a transitional thing.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Death Troopers were. I never. After looking at the I'm sorry, not the Death Troopers. I never imagined that the Sith Troopers were an evolution of the First Order Stormtroopers. No, they're clearly a precursor to that. Their armor's older school. It's not new stuff. It's
Agreed.
Not eye troopers. It's somewhere between the eye troopers and the Death Troopers.
That'd be interesting. And that is interesting because the Sith Trooper, if it's a precursor to the First Order Trooper, it makes you wonder, well, number one, who are they working for? You know, I don't know. And where were they? Where were they hiding? Because they should have been in Episode 7. You would think. But they're not. I think what happens is the Star Wars people get out there and they're like, hey, we want a new armor, and they make one up and then they just cram it in there and don't worry about where it came from.
Actually, what you described is exactly, and they admit this completely.
Yeah, we can sell exactly a lot of toys. Happened with
Captain Phasma. That was Captain Phasma.
Yeah, we can sell a lot of toys.
She didn't exist in the storyline until somebody drew her, and then all of a sudden, bam, we got this character.
Exactly, I did watch that. Oh, yeah, I did watch that, and so I don't know. I think they have to introduce another armor somewhere to sell some toys and collectibles and whatever, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally good.
Yeah, bring me more armors.
I'm totally okay with that. But so we made it successfully to the opening scene of the pikes.
Next.
So this guy walks by. He walks by the pikes with all the troopers on there, as if he's seen it 100 times because he doesn't stop, look, or nothing. He just walks on by. We don't know if he did it or we don't even know it's him. It might be a she. We don't know. At this point, I don't think anything's been said. And then we get this.
We know that.
He's a he?
It is a he.
Okay.
It is, in fact, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but it's the same cat that played the Red Viper of Dorne in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Oberyn. Yeah.
Oberyn Martell.
Yeah, I did read that. Yeah, the guy who talked too much.
Yeah, talked too much and didn't slay enough, right?
Didn't slay enough. He should have just kept killing and stopped talking. He'd still be alive.
Yeah.
So we got this.
He should have watched Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, man. Right. He would have known.
Right.
If you have to shoot, don't talk.
Shoot, don't talk. He had the battle one. He just, whatever. That was a lesson in sales for you right there. If you have the sale, close the sale. Don't keep talking.
Yeah.
So we get this ship of some kind flying over. Can't be the same planet. Right, we got trees and forests and water everywhere, so this is a different place.
I hope not. Yeah, like I said, I hope that it's all new stuff. I hope that they have the balls to go more creative.
Yeah. So I don't think we're on the desert planet anymore. We moved somewhere else, and then it looks like we're on a totally different planet.
Pedro Pascal.
Right. So this one's more like mining. I don't know.
That's looking like Quetzal.
Yeah.
Quetzal, yeah. So that reminds me of what we saw in Solo. I only say that because I was watching it tonight. So
right, and the ship. I'm digging the ships because they're not like the prequels ships where they're all smooth and glass and all that kind of. This is like these ships right here had been through some stuff.
Okay.
So
so we know immediately that it is not prequel era, which I think that 1313 H. Green already told us it's after Return of the Jedi. Yep. So yeah, that fits. It has the same aesthetic as the original trilogy. Great.
So I'm wondering about this archway thing they've got there where the two ships are on the ground because clearly something was there and then it got destroyed. I don't have that in front of me, so I don't have any memory of it. Oh, look. Yeah. Ooh, see. Archway, this thing. Yeah, so I've got that going on. So he's walking into this town that looks like a trader's town. It reminds me of like the slave traders day or whatever. And then he goes into a bar, which I'm guessing is a bar. Yeah. And meets this I don't know who this fella is. I don't know who... I don't know.
Old guy who's speaking at the end?
No. Here, this fella. I don't know who this fella is.
Yeah, he's I was surprised he didn't come bust out with some damn fool told them you were the best.
Stole a line from right? So
that is his line.
I don't know. I don't know who.
I'm just totally waiting for that Easter egg with him in there. There's got to be some kind of a Carl Weathers Predator Easter egg at some point.
Exactly.
Please let it happen. Or Rocky, I don't care which.
Well, exactly. That's what somebody said was Apollo Creed's in the movie. But then we go on to this next. We keep jumping planets. We got to keep jumping planets because we got this desert thing going back on. But it looks totally different than every other thing we've seen before.
That planet had a bad day.
It had a very bad day. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to get to this part. All right. So here's all right. So the Mandalorian dudes open it up, and then we get. I don't know what kind of animal this was. This creature. It's not a dewback. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I was trying to look that up. I've seen those animals before in the Clone Wars. They were creatures that were ridden into battle by the Twi'leks. Led by Cham Syndulla, who was I don't know how familiar you are with Clone Wars.
Very, very.
But remember the episodes where Mace Windu went into battle with the Twi'lek rebellion, and the clones were riding their AT-RTs or whatever they were called. And they had like a little bit of a race, like a little bit of a competition going on with the Twi'leks who were riding these little beasties into battle. So that's the exact same species that we saw in Clone Wars.
That's interesting.
It's going to be really cool.
They would pull something from an animated series into this. That's pretty. I like that.
I know. I'm so stoked about it. I hope that we can expect more of that. I would love to see more of what we saw in the Clone Wars and in the Rebels animated series brought into the live action stuff that they're offering on the Disney
because
Network.
Then if they did that, then we might get some Hot Toys clone troopers or something.
Bring it, man.
Right?
I've got a closet full of them right behind me. I'm willing to fill up another one.
Hook it up, yeah. So, because if they bring that in there, then we can have, all those other characters from Clone Wars. And, of course, we haven't seen anything from the new season of Clone Wars that they're bringing out either. So...
No, nothing yet.
Nobody's talked anything about that.
Yeah, that's my question. Are they actually? Did they mention that there's going to be some sort of a panel at D23? Is that what's going on right now? D23, right?
My week's been so crazy. I haven't had a chance to follow the panels, but I was following this one because I was super excited about this trailer. But it was Star Wars Celebration last year. It wasn't even this year. Was it? Yeah, it was last 2018 that they dropped
the trailer for
Clone Wars
episode 6.
Yeah.
Season 6.
That was Clone Wars trailer was last. Yeah, it was last year. The Clone Wars, we haven't seen anything about it. The new season of Clone Wars. So I don't know. But if the fact that they're going to bring something in from an animated series into live action, that's awesome.
Hey Ryan, we got an identification here for the creature. It's called I lost it. It's called a blurg. From Captain Trips, let us know. It's called a blurg.
Wow, Captain Trips dropping knowledge.
Yeah, teach it, dude.
Bring it on, guys.
It was also a Caravan of Courage. Nice one. Yeah, that's right. They were there too.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the Clone Wars again.
You really are.
I love Clone Wars. I've watched this series all the way through so many times, and then I'll watch Clone Wars and I'll watch Rebels all the way through, and I'm really enjoying the Resistance show on the Disney as well.
It's fun. It had to grow on me quite a bit.
The style of the arting, the color, the art of it is way different.
The over the top cartoonish voice acting is what took me a little bit to get around, and that's a personal thing.
It's a good story though.
The people who participate in it, they're very strong. They're great. They're great character actors. They're great voiceover actors. They really know their stuff. But it was just a personal preference for one that I had overcome.
Kent says, "Get to the Falcon." There's no Falcon here.
Hey, Kent.
I didn't see a Falcon in here.
Get to the Falcon.
Yeah, how coincidental, how perfect it would be if there was a Falcon there for the Mandalorian to get on and fly off.
Yeah.
But I think at this time, Han was still in use of it. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course, if it was after Han lost the Falcon between Jedi and The Force Awakens, so I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, we don't know how long he'd been without it.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, it could have been like the next day.
It could have been. He could have just said, "Hey, I'm out." He had a bad, gambling day, whatever it was. Harold Green says, "Clone Wars coming out in February." Yes, that's going to be another. So we're gonna, and Kent and I were talking about this tonight. We don't know if Disney Plus is going to drop all these episodes like Netflix, like bam, here's your 10 episodes, or if they're going to do it week to week. I don't think anybody's disclosed that yet. We're all hoping that they just drop it on us so we can call out sick to work and watch them all. That's kind of I'm hoping. But if we're going to have that, and then plus we've got Clone Wars coming out in February, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So, pretty stoked.
I actually can't think. I can't think of another year in which I've just actually said this and really meant it as much as I do now. But I can't wait for February.
Ooh.
I've never anticipated February as much as I'm anticipating February right now.
Would you choose, and the guys in the chat answered as well, would you choose to skip all this to go straight to February? Like skip episode 9, skip Mandalorian to go to February? Or would you rather stay here and watch the Mandalorian or episode 9?
Nah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on right now. I've got a lot to keep myself occupied. Okay. Even if we set aside visual entertainment, films, TV shows, what have you, there's plenty of toy releases that are coming down the pipe. There's all kinds of things that are keeping me occupied. I have such a huge stack of comic books to read right now. If I sat down right now and paused only to sleep for 6 hours a night, I could probably read comic books that I haven't read before, all the way up to the release date of Mandalorian.
Boom. Well,
and maybe all the way up to the release of Clone Wars. Who knows?
The wife probably wouldn't be happy if you did that. So don't do that.
She may not even notice.
No comment. so moving on to this trailer. So we get. I've got it paused here on the screen of the death. We're assuming that they look like Death Troopers, right?
Yeah,
they got to be. And I'm looking at like the helmets, and I'm comparing them to this guy here. So they look pretty much exactly the same. So they got to be.
Yeah, I've stared at Death Troopers for so much time that I recognized it immediately. I don't think that it can. The only difference is that they seem a lot shinier. Do you pick up on a little bit more of a metallic, almost silver finish?
They're definitely clean. Yes,
yeah.
I would go with clean.
They don't appear black.
You mean kind of like a chrome-esque kind of thing going on?
I wouldn't go so far as to say chrome, but definitely like just more of a shiny, metallic color. Almost like a steel gray, and that's just from memory. I need to go back and watch it again. Show me.
And is this a firing squad? Is that what that is?
Yeah, no, that's black. I'm just misremembering.
Yeah,
it does look like a firing squad though.
It looks like a firing squad, and of course we don't know what they're. That's what. This is probably one of the few trailers that says nothing, but is amazing.
Yeah,
like there's no dialogue except for the. 2 lines.
Yeah, between the visuals and the borderline dubstep soundtrack that's going on with it, and it had the perfect combination of things that delight me irritate my neighbors and confuse my wife. I mean, it's the holy trifecta right there. Yeah.
Well, that's all you can really hope for. We didn't even make it to this part yet. We didn't even make it this part. So they got the Death Troopers, which in itself are amazing because if you guys don't know, Hot Toys made the Death Trooper for Rogue One. That's when the film came out. And I will tell you, without a doubt, my favorite.
3.
What's that?
They made 3.
Yeah, they made 3 different versions. Yeah. My favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One, by far.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, the storytelling, the acting, the whole. I just love it. Even though there's no Jedi in it and there's none of that, which is weird for a Star Wars movie, I just loved it. So they made this figure, and then they did the Specialist. They did the Specialist Deluxe, which is the one I have, and then they did the regular Death Trooper. This figure right now is tough to get under $400. Tough.
Which version is that?
This is the Death Trooper Specialist Deluxe.
Okay, that's the one. I already sold mine.
Yeah. It's tough to get. So I'm hoping to buy this, like we were talking about earlier. If Hot Toys jumps in here with this, I don't see any other manufacturer doing this, so it's got to be Hot Toys. Jumping in here, we're going to get some more Death Troopers, and by far, we have to get this Mandalorian guy. Got to.
Yeah, that's key.
Got to.
That's going to be right up there. Actually, I'm actually in the process of putting together. I can't show it to you now because it's not assembled, but I am assembling a Mandalorian shelf that's going to have so many awesome. It's going to have every 6-scale version of Boba Fett ever made by Sideshow or Hot Toys.
Nice.
Combined with you can probably see part of it back there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Mandalorian, the Mythosaur skull.
Yep.
Quite a bit of stuff that I'm going to be adding.
How large is that skull? I've been thinking about getting one. It was like 12, 14 inches? Just a guess.
About 14 inches, yeah. 14, 15, something like that.
I know they made one that was like a table.
Did they?
Yeah, they made a giant one too. I was like, I can't do that one.
If you've got space for it, more power to you.
Yeah, I don't have the space. I have these.
That's pretty awesome.
That means no space.
Yeah. You could, like this Mythosaur skull, you can put it up there and just have all kinds of things surrounding it.
Oh, yeah, the wife would love having the skull on the wall. Absolutely be fantastic.
That's a funny thing. That was one of the few things that my wife actually, when we were still living in California, this is one of the few things my wife actually let me have in the hallway.
Wow.
Outside of the collector area. Yeah, ooh. I know.
I haven't asked
it's got
if I can put stuff out in the other areas, but
you were wise.
It's probably a no. All right, so we got Death Troopers, and then we get, like out of nowhere, we get IG-80. Well, I'm assuming it's IG-88. I'm assuming.
That's not a safe assumption. That was my first assumption. Somebody else actually corrected me on that a while back, and let's see if we can see anybody sounding off about that in the comments. I don't know that that's an IG-88. That might be an earlier version of the IG model.
All right, so
because we saw those in the Clone Wars.
We did. That's
so
right.
maybe that's something else that let's see if we can get somebody else. What's happening with Sideshow and the Star Wars license? I could tell you, but then they'd have to kill me.
Yeah, don't
IG-11
interrupt the stream. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, Green 1313 says it's an IG-11.
Harold Green knows. He is on it.
So does Anne-Marie. Hey, what's up, Anne-Marie?
Hey, Anne-Marie.
Yeah.
IG-11. All right, so let me Google that real quick.
Okay, so that's an earlier version of the IG-88 droid. Before he became the monster that he became.
Still amazing.
Yeah.
Because the way he was moving was just awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Just so quick and just it reminded me. I can't even remember the video game, but even though I played it way back in the day, where he was just this monster of a boss.
Oh man,
just horrible, man. Just so hard to beat. I don't even know if I ever beat him.
Well, maybe we could get a 6-scale figure of that one, which I know we kind of have one already. Sideshow made one.
Maybe
I've never seen it in person, so I don't know anything about it, but.
I've got the original IG-88. I never bought the follow-up version.
Right.
IG-11. Pretty much everybody knew that it was IG-11 except for me and you.
Oh well. I'm thinking they Googled it.
Cheaters.
The one person who probably knew it was Harold Green. He's probably actually knew it. Nobody else, I think, knew. I could be wrong.
Well, he's the first one that said it, and it seems like everybody else is just repeating what he says. Oh, right. Kent Poole says it's Korg.
Right. It's
You're right, Kent.
Let the revolution begin.
I'm down.
Right. Yeah, if Korg shows up in this universe, we're gonna have a really good time.
Shadows of the Empire. Thank you, Mr. Green.
Right. See, I told you he knows everything. I tried to get him on here, but he's camera shy.
That's fine. We'll get him down in audio, man. That's cool.
Boom, done. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're gonna have this guy who IG-11. Now we don't. Is IG-11 just a line of robots, whatever, or is it a specific character?
IG-88, as I recall, was an intelligence who spread his intelligence throughout multiple bodies. So he was basically an AI. I don't think that they actually used that term back then, but AI has become more in vogue these days. Maybe they'll invoke that in the new series.
So he was Ultron.
He was Ultron. Yeah.
Star Wars Ultron.
That's actually probably the most accurate analogy that you can make, the Marvel to Star Wars analogy.
Yeah.
That's probably, you nailed it.
Yeah.
He's Ultron.
Okay. Well, let Ultron live. I guess.
I'm down with it, man. Okay, well, so what happens next? We see IG-11.
Yeah, we got IG-11, and so he's out, doing what he does with being amazing. Like, dude's shooting behind the back. He's like, pow, 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 pow. That's it. So Mandalorian guy. All right, so then the Mandalorian is surrounded by troopers.
Okay.
He's surrounded by troopers, and I can only assume that he kills all of them.
Well, otherwise we're going to have a really short series.
It's going to be really short. Exactly. And I love it because in this shot right here is the first time we actually get it. Did you notice, like, the mood of this thing was really, really dark?
So dark.
In fact, not like
there's so many comments on the YouTube channno that invoke that darkness, that talk about how dark it is. We
haven't
really,
seen
really
that in Star Wars land in a while.
No.
I mean, Rogue One was kind of dark. It was bleak. It wasn't dark. It was bleak. This is something else. Whoever, I don't know, the color grading and it just was fantastic.
I've actually got some comments on that, if you don't mind me.
Yeah, shoot.
Again, you were talking about Rogue One being bleak and not dark. I think that the original cut of that film before they did the reshoots was probably a lot darker than the final cut that we saw. Just based on what I've seen of the director's previous works. With keeping that in mind, when you look at the trailers for Rebels seasons, for Clone Wars seasons, for Resistance, everything seems like it's going to be really dark, really deep, really complex. But then when you finally get the reveal and the actual series comes out, then it's a good deal less dark than what we saw in the trailer. Do you know what I mean?
I can definitely get that vibe
that same
from
experience?
Definitely with Clone Wars, definitely with that, because there was a lot of times in Clone Wars where it was very childlike, like a lot.
Especially the earlier seasons.
Right. Yeah, when Yoda's bouncing around doing his thing. But Rebels, I don't remember the trailers for Rebels. I can definitely agree with you on the Resistance thing, because it's nothing like that. It's nothing. It's very...
No, they're trying to hook you with the really cool dark elements that the series brings. But
are you saying we're getting tricked?
I don't know, man. I don't want to say that definitively. I hope not. I hope that the trailer was a fair representation of what we're going to experience.
I hope so, because I freaking like it. I'm just
giddy. Otherwise, I'm just going to watch 2 episodes of it and be like, well, that's not what I saw in the trailer. And just go back and watch the trailer over and over and over again.
Yeah, but then you're going to watch all of them anyway, so don't kid yourself. It doesn't matter.
I always do, man. I always do.
This could be the most rubbish dialogue anybody's ever written, ever, and we're still going to watch it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we watched the prequel trilogy.
Oh, ouch. That hurt, man.
I love the prequel trilogy. You know I love the prequel trilogy.
I love the prequels, too. I really don't like sand, though. Just saying.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. The Ewoks put trooper heads on pikes. That's true. That's true. Are you saying Ewoks did
That's
this?
pretty freaking dark now when you think about it.
That was dark, but they
and
they made drums out of them.
Yeah.
That's
For a
pretty
bunch
dark.
of teddy bears to be making drums out of Stormtrooper skulls. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
I'll give the Ewoks that. So the Ewoks are the dark people in the Star Wars galaxy. That's true. Good call on that one. Click my vid. Nice name, by the way. All right. So
Did you order that set?
did I? Hold on. Back up. What? Hold on.
Are you looking at?
Look at the chat. It said Taika Waititi is the voice of IG-88. Wow. Really? Interesting. So
Who's Taika Waititi?
He was the voice of Korg.
Just kidding. I know who Taika Waititi is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's somebody out there might not. So that's interesting. That's like a total 180 for him. Wow. Interesting. Of course, he is directing the Jane Foster Thor, so they got that going on.
Did you do you remember him in Green Lantern?
Negative.
Yeah, he played Tom Kamaku. Yeah, Hal Jordan's best friend.
Oh.
Earth. Yeah, he was Taika Waititi was Hal Jordan's best friend on Earth.
I'll have to go back and check that out.
It's worth it just to see him and just it's a complete departure from everything else you've seen him do.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that guy.
It's just so vanilla, you know.
I'm a big fan of him. I like his stuff. And let's see, using the skull adds base to the helmet. Oh, come.
Using the skull adds base.
Yeah, I guess
it probably would.
I don't know.
Can you demonstrate that for us, Jeddah?
I mean, no, I don't need a headache. I really do want to. Now, this is a Black Series helmet. This is like, I paid like $20 for this thing.
Yeah, I had one of those. I wound up giving it to a friend. But,
I kind of want to distress it like one of these dudes on The Mandalorian and throw it on display. So.
Well, that's actually the first time that I saw the video. I was like, God, I wish I hadn't given away that helmet now.
Right.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any of these helmets, I will buy them from you, and you can send them to me, and I will distress them and make a Mandalorian, I guess, cemetery or something. All right, so this scene where the troopers are surrounding this Mandalorian fella.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 6 or 7 of them around this guy.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, like It looks like he's still on that mining planet, wherever that thing was. That's where he's at.
Yeah.
I wonder why are they after him, and what did he do?
Well, I guess that's something we're just gonna have to find out.
He's
first of all, I have to ask the question: do we know for certain that he is a Mandalorian, or like Boba Fett, is he just wearing Mandalorian armor?
Oh.
Are they just calling him the Mandalorian because he's wearing Mandalorian armor? Or is he definitely? My hope is that he's some sort of a descendant of Clan Ren.
Well, I don't see a jetpack. So.
Well, Sabine didn't have a jetpack when Rebels started.
No, but she got one.
She did get one. Yeah, but maybe this guy will get one later too.
Maybe. Right? Maybe they're related.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Toy Medic?
If Terry wants to sell Toothless, let me know. Anne Marie, that's just wrong.
Anne Marie, stop taunting me for my Toothless.
I should have bought that when it was out, but I didn't, and I'm an idiot. So there you go.
I used to have a dog that looked like Toothless, so I'm hanging on to that thing, man. He said my Toothless statue is actually keeping company with the ashes of my dead dog.
I saw some people on Live PD the other night that were toothless. So
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Yeah.
that meth will get to you.
It does, man. That's what I hear. Yeah.
Jon Favreau confirmed in an interview about 6 months back that before they followed through with the agreements to move forward, this is long. They had to agree to his vision and storyline. He had 4 episodes written. Okay.
Wow. He's not playing.
Well,
Jon Favreau don't play.
Yeah. Stormtrooper heads on pikes, and a guy about to get chopped nearly in half by a door. Yeah, we haven't even made it that part. But that's just awesome.
Yeah, they cut that off right in time.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want that on just wherever.
They just left that to your imagination. I can't see them going full gore on that. But
no, I don't either. I mean, yeah, I don't see that either. I do love like this. So one of the scenes here after this guy's fighting all these troopers, they kind of just bounce back and forth to fights, and he's in a bar. It looks like he's in a bar, just shooting whoever's fighting with him. But he breaks
everybody
out.
loves a good bar fight.
He breaks out the pistol like he's in a Wild West, man. He's like, I love it.
Star Wars is at its best when it's mimicking two things: samurai films and westerns.
Yes.
Yeah. So if they stick to that, then we're going to do okay.
And then we get some people in carbonite. We get some guy, like a bunch of people in carbonite.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I was
that's the third time we've seen that between obviously episode 5, leading into episode 6 with Han Solo, but also they did that trick where they froze everybody in carbonite to smuggle them through a blockade or something like that in the Clone Wars. So I'm kind of happy to see that whole carbonite thing continue. It's not just a hiccup, drop in the bucket, whatever you will.
Right, it's an actual thing that happens often. Of course, we don't know who these characters are, how they got there. We don't know any of that stuff. So, we got to wait till November to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, we're all going to learn together, man. I mean, it was a fine trailer, man. It just gave us everything that we needed to get hyped without really giving a whole lot about the story away.
And so it was well put together. It was just well done.
Yeah, and I really dig that they're sticking with the Mandalorian armor / bounty hunter motif.
Yes.
So even if it's not, it's familiar because our first experience with Mandalorian armor was Boba Fett, leading into Jango Fett. Both bounty hunters, both wearing Mandalorian armor, despite the fact that they themselves were not Mandalorians that we know of. I don't think that's been confirmed or refuted, whether Jango Fett was a Mandalorian. Has it?
I don't recall. Harold Green would probably know that, but I don't think so.
Teach us, Harold.
I don't think so.
Lend us your wisdom.
He is there. Ray Kenobi says, Death Troopers. Yes, Death Troopers. Where have you been, Ray?
Yeah. Bring the Death Troopers. I'm so down. Just so excited that the Death Troopers are not just a drop in the bucket and then just a casual return in Rebels, I know, but
then I'm wondering, so we got Death Troopers in there. Are we going to see? Can we see some short Scarif troopers? Even though it's not on Scarif technically, but surely those type of troopers were on other planets. They didn't just make an armor for that one base.
Well, here was my question. We saw the Death Troopers with what's his nuts in
Krennic.
We saw the Death Troopers with Krennic. But then in Rebels, we saw them with Thrawn. Are we going to see Thrawn in The Mandalorian?
Ooh.
Here's half an answer to that. We saw that Thrawn got carried off into the unknown regions of the galaxy with Ezra at the end of Rebels, right?
Right. That's right.
But what if he gets brought back?
Well, if he gets brought back, then doesn't Ezra have to come back?
One would hope.
In live action?
One would hope.
Ooh.
If that's assuming you don't follow the whole theory that Ezra is in fact Snoke.
Can I take one step forward? If that's possible, can we see Ahsoka already?
I'm down, dude. I'm so down. Bring me a live action Ahsoka.
If we're just gonna make up stuff as we go along, then we might as well just break out Ahsoka.
Just give us a pen and a paper and have us write the script. We're ready. We've got this.
Yeah, put Favreau.
Take a vacation.
Yeah, send Favreau back home. We got this.
Yeah, Favreau, you've done enough, man. Thank you.
We're gonna handle this live on YouTube right now.
Let's take over for a little while. And,
right.
You pick up when we start dropping the ball. But
yeah, we're just gonna do all fan service. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be Ahsoka versus the Mandalorian versus Darth Maul. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'd actually pay to see that cage match.
Yeah, right? Be awesome.
Yeah.
Shore Trooper is my favorite, with the Death Trooper a close second. Yeah. I like the concept of the Death Trooper with the cyborg, helmet or android kind of brain thing going on. I kind of
have they said that about the Death Trooper?
Yeah. It's in the I got a book around here on troopers somewhere around here. They're engineered, so literally they opened their heads and they engineered their brain And that's what's going on in the helmet. So the helmet is actually part of their head.
That hurts me to think about.
Yeah, it's weird. That's Krennic, man. He did some weird crap. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
guess we saw hints of that too on the surface of Jeddah, right?
Right. Yeah, I've got it in the Book of Troopers somewhere around here. But
and in Solo, that he had that what's his name had that servant in Solo that had like half of a head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they did weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. But
they go pretty dark.
I'd like to see some. And of course, then the Death Troopers were all like 7 foot tall. They were all really tall figures.
Mr. Green. Mr. Green. I don't believe Jango was born in Mandalorian. He was taken in by Mandalorians after his parents were killed.
You can trust Harold. He was there.
Yeah, I'm already getting that impression. I have faith in Harold.
He was there when it happened. So.
Yeah.
So, Josh Penn's in the house. What's up, buddy? Josh, I tried to get a hold of you so you could join us. But he ghosted me like Nick Fury.
Yeah. He's allowed. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be awesome. I knew this was coming down the pipe. I was casually excited for it as soon as you mentioned it earlier today. You texted me earlier today and was like, "Where's this trailer?" And I was like, "Wait, that was happening today, wasn't it?" And since you said it, I've been like, recycle, refresh. Oh my god, just like waiting to see it see it happen. And then I tuned out, started watching Solo, and then you texted me, trailer,
and I'm probably gonna watch it 150 more times this weekend. Not to mention like from until November, because it's just. I remember last year when they dropped the Clone Wars trailer. They're going to do another series of that. I know everybody's freaking out about that because they had Rex's helmet like at the end of this row of buckets. They had Rex like at the end of this thing, and everybody loves Rex.
I'm not going to be shy. I was in tears. I was legitimately in tears when they showed that. I was devastated. The single worst thing in my mind that happened as a result of Disney taking over Lucasfilm was the fact that the Clone Wars got canceled prematurely. So we got some great stuff out of it. We got Rebels, which was an amazing story from beginning to end. And well, Resistance is off to a strong start. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with that. But to have them revisit the Clone Wars after just so vociferously just saying no, we're done.
Right.
It's a testament to the power of fandom, to the diligence of the creative team. Okay. Nobody let them get off the hook on that one.
It reminds me.
They recognize. Okay,
it reminds me of Futurama. You ever watch Futurama?
I have seen some episodes of Futurama. It's not my jam.
Yeah. Well, they made 2 seasons of it, and then they killed it. And there's just, the fans were like, And so 10 years later, they come back and they made like 3 or 4 more seasons. So it's pretty amazing. Similar thing.
Really? So there was like a decade between the final episode of the 2nd season and the...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It was a long time. And then they came back and they dropped... What they did is they made a movie and they cut it into like 4 episodes or whatever. And they dropped that, and then they did another one. They did, I think they did 3 movies that they cut up into 4 parts or 6 parts, and then they did like 3 other seasons after that. And all because of the fans were just like, bring it back, So it was pretty cool. So I don't know how many seasons of Clone Wars we might get back. If it's only 1, then thank you. If it's more, then thank you more.
I think they're just going to wrap it up. I think we're going to see an awesome Asajj Ventress story. We're definitely going to see the Bad Batch because we've seen footage from that already.
Right.
My hope is that everything that they saw fit to give us stories in alternative mediums about, like the Darth Maul thing that they did in the comic book format, the Asajj Ventress story they did in a novelization. I want to see all those stories back in their original form. I want to see them animated, and I want to see the 6th season and possibly 7th season wrapped up in that way.
And I think we're going to see Rex becoming older as he leads into A New Hope, because they confirmed that was Rex in A New Hope, but was it Jedi?
In the finest example of retcon to ever happen in the Star Wars universe, yes, we know now that that's supposed to be Rex.
That is 100% Rex. So Rex at some point changed from an animated character to an actual human being through the magic of the Force.
Retconning, yeah.
It was fantastic.
Speaking of Rex stylist. So Jon Snow is joining the MCU. That's a bit off topic, but is Kit Harington showing up in Marvel now?
I'm not familiar. Oh, it must have been something that was announced today because they announced a whole bunch of new series today.
Yeah.
So they announced She-Hulk was one thing, and then Moon Knight.
Oh my God! Really?
Yep, Moon Knight, and
my prayers have been answered.
Yeah. So hold on, I'll tell you. I had a list here. She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. So that's pretty cool.
Well, now they're doing it right.
Yeah.
The whole reveal that happened during Comic-Con just seemed incomplete to me. I was looking at it again a day or two ago, and I thought, no, this can't be everything.
Yeah, Moon Knight's gonna be, it's gonna be sick.
If they do it right. If they don't try to kitty it down, then yeah, it can be really awesome. He's a dark character.
Yeah. And can Disney do dark?
We'll find out.
If they hire the right people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Anne Marie says, yep, 7 seasons of Futurama and 4 movies. Thank you, Anne Marie. I'm a huge Futurama fan. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. I've seen them all 1,000 times.
Oh, Kent Poole. Yeah, thank you, Kent. Yeah, we got to get that Cad Bane versus Fett.
Oh, how do we forget about Cad Bane?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna hand in my geek card right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Because he was so awesome in Clone Wars.
Oh my God, he was arguably, if it wasn't for oh Christ, what's the name of the pirates? What's the name of the pirate?
The pirate. Oh man.
The head of the pirates.
No, you talking about the little guy?
No, I'm talking about the big guy with the horns and everything.
Hold on. I have to look it up because I haven't drawn blank.
Here it comes. Somebody's going to say it.
Harold Green's going to beat me. He's faster than Google.
It's coming.
Oh, man.
Hondo Ohnaka. I just said it. It's going to pop up like in 2 seconds. But
Hondo. Yeah, Hondo. Yes.
Yeah. I want more Hondo Ohnaka.
The guy who, he was always, Hondo. He
By
was
the way, I just want to put this out there. When I was working for Sideshow in development, I really, really pushed hard for a Hondo Ohnaka figure. Obviously, it never happened. I even went so far. I did everything that I could to source the all the images that we needed to do the sculpt. Yeah. Trying to figure out what fabrics that we needed. I was really digging into that, but then they decided not to do any more Clone Wars stuff, and I got moved into photography. So,
well, I'm going to give you props because you have correctly answered your own question faster than Harold Green because he said it was
Honda. Take that, Harold Green.
He said it was Honda, the car manufacturer.
I'm gonna put that off to Siri.
No, you got to take it. You got to take your wins when you get them, man.
That's right. I will. Trust me.
Harold Green knows some Star Wars. There ain't no question about it. He's all about it, and he's a huge Black Series collector. Huge.
That's cool.
And he does photos with them on Instagram. They'll take photos. He does some really good photos with the Black Series figures with fireworks. He did this photo. I'll tell you about it because this is creative. I got a kick out of this. He did a photo of some troopers, right? Yeah. And what he did is he went to the kitchen and got a bowl, like a strainer bowl, and put it on top of it, so it had all these holes going in it, and then it showed a red light in it. So he had all this. It was sick.
Oh yeah, so you got smoke with all that singular rays coming out of it. Yeah, okay.
It just got something out of the kitchen to do it. It was awesome. So
Harold, what is your net handle?
Oh, there you go, Harold Green. What's I can tell you what his is. Hold on.
Yeah, teach it.
His Instagram here. Hold on. I think it's the same. It's the same name. I'm pretty sure.
H Green 1313.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. H Green 1313. Yep.
I checked now, but then I couldn't see.
You can see if you go to his Instagram, you'll see the photo.
I've got an iPad. Boom. Oh, but I don't have Instagram on my iPad.
Oh well, here I'll show it to you.
Yeah, just shoot it to me. Yeah, focus.
You can do it.
Yeah, H Green 1313.
Bam.
Bitchin'. Now that looks really good.
Yeah, not bad.
Huh. I like that a lot.
So,
all right.
Shout out to Hill Green. And he's local as well, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Local. Let's see here. Spell check. Hail Green, don't blame Siri. You just got the answer wrong. just own it. It's okay.
It's all right, here. You can get one wrong, dude. It's all right.
You're never gonna live that one down, Honda. Yeah, Hondo would be great. I would really like that. I would like that.
He's just such a great character, and I was so glad that they brought him into Rebels. And
yes, because he was always out for himself, but then it kind of felt like he wanted to do the right thing, but he was like, "Nah, I need the money."
yeah.
It's like,
I've actually known people like that in my life. So.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'd like to help you, but I got to get paid. The one character I didn't like in it was Rebels. Yeah, it was Rebels. The one character I didn't like in Rebels was that giant. What the heck was that? The Force being on the planet where they had Thrawn and all those guys. The giant guy. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I was not a fan of that. I thought that
you didn't like the Wendigo or Bendo or
something like some weird name like that. The giant mule, or I don't know what it was supposed to be, but that was weird.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the dark, I'm the one in the middle.
Yeah, the one in
the
middle.
You know who voiced him, right?
Exactly. Is it Harold or Honda? It's Honda Green. Honda Green 1313.
Okay. You know who voiced him, right? The creature you're talking about.
No.
It was the Fourth Doctor.
See, I never seen Doctor Who, man.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
All right.
Never seen it.
Yeah. He's God. He's so old now. He's so awesome. Tom Baker.
I want to throw this out there since we got some there are plenty of Hot Toys collectors out here and other Star Wars collectors. And we're just talking about Star Wars tonight. We just recently got and I don't have it yet, but Greg Cook has this, and I know some other people have this. We just recently got the Clone Wars General Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series figures. Like, it's just now dropping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the General. It's awesome. I haven't seen it yet in person.
Is it based on the animated series, the original animated series, or on the?
It's
the Tartakovsky animated series, or the animated series we all know and love.
The one
and a lot of people I say that
one.
knowing that a lot of people love the original animated series more than the one that made it to 6 seasons. But
no, this is the new one. Let's see here. With the white armor with the brown and it's all that.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, it's that one. So,
well, that's rich. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's recently been released and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so that thing's awesome. I will definitely pick that up whenever it comes out, and I'll add it to my collection of Black Series figures, which I've yet to take out of the box for photos.
My Black Series figures collection is limited these days to just Rebels characters.
I have a viewer sent me the last Rebels character I needed, which actually I don't have Thrawn. Take that back. I don't have Thrawn. Sent me Kanan. That was the last of the core team I needed because we don't have a Zeb yet for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's just a.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm holding out for SDCC next year. If it's not there, I'm just going to have to stomp and jump up and down and cry.
If that works, let me know because I'll help you.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted.
Because I really want now. Hot Toys is dropping out some prequel figures, which is amazing. We got Qui-Gon, we got the new Yoda, which is fantastic. We got all these new stuff going on. I would love, and I know this is a lot to ask. I want a Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's all I want. By Hot Toys. I want the whole.
By Hot Toys. Yeah, that's a stretch and a half, man. I don't think we can expect that.
I know we can't, but I can dream and I can jump up and down and cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and hug you while you're doing it because I want the same thing. It's
Kent Paul's asking. I don't have Thrawn. Do I not? Do I have Thrawn? I have no idea. Maybe I do, and I don't know it.
I have the SDCC exclusive Thrawn.
I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. I have a lot of figures like in box, so I don't know.
I'm just gonna say you have it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have it.
I got Ahsoka late, maybe a month ago. I got Ahsoka, and I got Sabine. I got the new Chopper. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah,
I got that.
I've got it right here.
Yeah, I got a pile of battle droids and the Sith Trooper from SDCC.
Oh, dude! Wow, really?
Yeah, look.
Vision. Wow.
I mean, you got the big brother. I got the little one, man.
Yeah, I got the big brother.
I'm not as cool. I'm not as cool as you. I got the small one. Look at that. Bam.
You got all the weapons though.
I do have all the weapons, and I don't know what they are, but I have them.
I almost guarantee that all those weapons are going to be available in a subsequent release of the 6-scale Hot Toys version.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, there's like I don't know what these things are. Like one of them's looks like a lobster claw. I don't know what the heck this thing is.
We'll find out together. Again, I mean, it's going to show. I mean, it's going to show up. I think we're going to see several of these things in the in the film. And again, just for anybody who's actually paying attention to anything that I'm saying out there, anything that I say about any future Hot Toys releases is pure speculation. Hot Toys doesn't tell me anything. They don't tell Sideshow anything until like the last minute.
They don't tell anybody anything. We had a freaking surprise Hot Toy release today.
Did we?
Yeah, at D23. Yeah.
What did they reveal? I have no idea.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Today, it wasn't a reveal. It was a release out of nowhere.
Just like okay.
It wasn't. I sent you a link earlier to Captain America. I think I sent you a photo of it earlier.
Oh, you did send me a photo of that. What was the difference? What was the difference on that?
Okay, so this one
I was busy.
It was only available at D23, or currently only available at D23. They were going to release it later at some point, somewhere.
Right.
So this guy comes, and this is interesting. So it comes with a removable mouth plate, which we knew was coming. This one does not have the unhelmeted sculpt that's coming with next year's release. It doesn't have the new sculpt. It comes with Loki's scepter, and it comes with the Tesseract. I don't know why.
I do.
Why? Because he's in his in-game suit.
I do. They're thinking like a collector. They're thinking like a collector who doesn't get everything. They're giving you Loki's scepter and they're giving you the Tesseract because you may not have been able to pick up the Red Skull, or you may not have been able to pick up a Loki figure that had the scepter.
That's true because I have Loki and he doesn't have a scepter, so that's a good call.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's brilliant of them. I love it when they do stuff like that.
And they give us, so he has the hammer, he's got Mjolnir. What we didn't know, because I don't think they announced this when they first released the in-game cap, is this is a light-up Mjolnir.
Really?
It's light up, and this one comes with the lightning effects for the hammer.
Yeah.
Which was not announced with the in-game release for next year.
I don't remember it.
And he comes with the compass.
Oh, that's hot.
So so I put in the Facebook group today. I was like, hey, so if anybody's at D23, let me know. And somebody was there and picked one up for me. So I will have this figure to review in the next week or so when it gets here, and we'll figure it out when it shows up. But
what else you got coming?
Monday, War Machine arrives.
Yeah, you're beating me to the punch on that one.
Well, it'll be here Monday. I don't want to tell you. At some point, I'll have a Spider-Man.
I'm pretty stoked, man. I'm pretty stoked, dude. Yeah, it's an awesome figure. Anybody if Jetta's going to be putting a video out for this figure in the next day or two after it shows up Monday, y'all need to tune in because this is quite simply my favorite figure that I've had my hands on in a long, long time.
That's pretty strong.
It's really, really, really cool.
That's pretty strong. I haven't seen one in person. I have no idea, but
it doesn't have the range of motion and the articulation that say the Mark 50 does, but it almost does.
Well, you can't expect that with the bulk,
Exactly, and for what it is, I think that it's perfect.
I did find it funny that it didn't come with a flight stand.
I haven't had it in my hands. I know why. It would never, ever be supported by a flight stand.
I'm gonna have to make
No,
one.
it's so heavy.
That's
it's
awesome.
so heavy.
That is awesome.
Yeah. If you would have put it on a flight stand, it would have fallen off, and you would have been pissed. You would have been so mad. Oh. It's really, really bulky, really heavy. Devise your own way of elevating it.
Oh yeah, I'm in, man. I'm all about it. I don't know where, but
I don't either. I haven't figured out a way that I'm going to do it. But I mean, there's quite a few. I really want that last little bit in Infinity War where he's hovering. And he's blasting the hell out of Thanos with everything. He's all guns blazing, man. He's just got it all, bringing all his arms to bear.
Right.
I want that. I want that in my collection.
And I happen to have Thanos around here somewhere.
I've got Thanos coming in on Monday.
Wherever. You've seen it in person though, Thanos, though, right? You did a posing video.
I just had my hand on him the other day.
Yeah, you did a posing video. The more I was a little skeptical about spending the money on that figure because articulation wise, it's not. But he never really was very dynamic, anyways. The more I have it interact with other 6-scale figures from that movie, the more I like it.
I think I want more time with that figure.
Yeah.
We did a poser video for it, and then they had me do a live stream with it the other day, and I didn't really give it a lot of time. I focused on the Anakin figure.
It's got more articulation than you'd think. I think.
I think I can make it do stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do with it. We'll see.
Let me find mine because let's see if I get a Terry Smith approved pose. Hold on a second.
Do it, man. Do it. Because I think that there are guys out there who are hitting way better poses with it than I
got it right. I got it right. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Where is? I just
there's
had to
just something about it. I think that there's not a lot going on with the. You got it there?
Yeah, I found him. I just
hello, old friend. Yeah, there he is.
I gotta get Boba Fett out of the way. All right, so I bought a stone at I don't know. I had a stone. Anyways, so I literally had him up.
I dig up stones all the time when I'm walking my dogs, whatever. I'm like, man, that rock looks really good.
So I had this. I don't know how exactly I had it, but I had him on this freaking rock here thing, and I literally just had him kind of.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah. What you've got there is what I was trying to do on the live stream at Sideshow the other day, and what you've bringing that rock into play is exactly what I was missing.
Yeah. You got to have something to put the foot on. It doesn't work.
I love like I said then. Like I said it then, and I'll say it now. This Thanos figure is all about presence.
Yep.
If you want to try to reenact him doing battle with the Mark 50 or whatever, then that's great. I'm sure you can do some cool stuff with it.
You can,
but yeah.
But he wasn't. Here's what I really like, and I don't know the in-game version of this is going to be able to do this. It probably won't with all the armor and everything. But I would really like to put him in a pose where he's just sitting down waiting on everybody.
Right? That's what I want. I just want to just like chill him.
Just say, hey, what are you doing? I'll wait here.
He's like the Black Knight, or he's like Lancelot in Excalibur, or the Black Knight in the Holy Grail.
Oh, the Holy Grail, yes.
Just waiting for the he's just waiting for the right opponent to come along, right?
Right. Yeah, it's just a scratch.
Yeah.
It's just a scratch.
Oh, that for a drop of blood.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna. As you spend more time with this figure, I think you're gonna be. Because that's me, and I don't even have. He's got that grimacing. The other head sculpt, with the teeth and everything. I
don't have time for it.
That's a throwaway for me. But the tailoring on this is just. It's top notch.
The costume is legit, man. I mean, everything about it from head to toe. The sculpt on him, I've seen. Before I got it in hand, I looked at those photos, the production photos that they posted on the product page, and I was like, yeah, okay, that looks really good. But seriously, if you have this figure in your hand and you're looking at that head sculpt, it looks like you're looking at Josh Brolin as Thanos, man.
Yeah, it's
hard to really articulate it verbally how spot on that it is, but it's just such a great sculpt.
It is. It's so amazing that we. Somehow in a Star Wars Mandalorian live stream ended up talking about Thanos because he is inevitable.
It was inevitable.
Anne-Marie says, and where did that bring you? Back to me. I know. So spoiler, Thanos is in the Mandalorian and kills everybody.
So yeah. I mean, if you haven't watched the trailer, now you know.
Now you know. So you don't even have to wait till November for that. We're gonna take it over here.
In the trailer, all these troopers surround the Mandalorian. You don't know what's going to happen to him. Then Thanos shows up, snaps his fingers, and the show's over.
I wonder if a blaster wouldn't hurt Thanos. I don't think it. I wouldn't think so. He barely got
Wookiee blaster.
Yeah.
You saw what that Wookiee blaster did, right?
Yeah.
I like this thing.
Yeah. Oh, he just turned him into bubbles. That's all he would do.
Oh yeah, that's a valid point. Yeah. Well, Thanos pre-Infinity Gauntlet, or Thanos pre-Reality Stone, or post-Reality Stone. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I didn't realize it was digital camo. Yes, the digital yes, on the War Machine.
It is so digital camo, and it's so dope, and it's so subtle, even at that scale. I didn't realize it either looking at the photos on the product page, but when I got it in hand, I was like, just freaked out. I mean, I don't even think you could really see it in the film, right?
No, because it's all he's moving around doing.
Yeah, he's just flying around. But when you look at the stills of it, and then you see the figure itself in hand, then it's just like, okay, yeah, this is really everything.
It makes you wonder why he even had digital camo, because he wasn't a very stealthy fighter. why did they even bother?
Toy Medic. Toy Medic asks, Patrol Trooper, underrated figure of the year?
Ooh. Yeah, because he bought mine. Yeah.
Oh, swipe that one out from under you, right?
So if you guys don't know, that one I've actually featured it in videos, Patrol Trooper. That particular Patrol Trooper was supposed to be back somewhere over here, and somebody beat me to it today. He sends me photos of it. I'm like, that's my trooper.
I have no idea. What kind of jerk would do that? Yeah.
I was like, I said, well, at least I got to unbox it. That's what I said. So.
Yeah, you got your hands on it before I did. I was there. I saw you doing it. But it's such a good figure.
It really is.
I don't know that I'm willing to say that it's the underrated figure of the year, but I do have to say that now that I have it in hand, I like it way more than I thought I would, and I knew I was going to like it.
Yeah. So until the Mud Trooper shows up.
Until the Mud Trooper shows up.
Yeah.
Or the Han Solo Deluxe, which I just placed an order for.
Oh, you're jumping on board with that one with the pimp jacket and everything?
With the pimp jacket, man, I'm all in. Yeah, I've decided. It's I like my collection quirky. I really do.
Well, I know. I want the pimp jacket to put on my Deadpool figure.
That is a valid use of the pimp jacket. In fact, yeah, that may be the most valid use of the pimp jacket.
Right. I can see him with this because I got him here with his X-Men trainee shirt on, his jersey, and then with the pimp jacket on, holding Loki's scepter.
Holding Loki's scepter in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
Right.
Yeah, if you can find one.
That'll be awesome. I look forward to it.
What figures have cigarettes these days?
Michael says, do you guys think the Iron Spider is going to sell out soon? I don't know how many they got, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I will tell you, I have that figure. I'm going to put Thanos down here a second.
I'm going to go on the record and say that if it lasts more than another month, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Having said that, I really don't know. Nobody tells me anything insofar as numbers are concerned.
I would tell you, now I took here's mine. All right.
Yeah. Whoa.
All right. So there's mine. And I've had it in this pose since I bought it. Or since I unboxed it anyways. Because honestly, I could care less if there's a crease in the suit or not. I don't care.
I'm right there with you, dude.
Yeah. I came to the conclusion that it's not leaving the collection anytime, so I don't really give a crap. It is absolutely impressive in person.
Yep.
Put it that way.
Yeah. I will say that I had one of these things that was coming to me, and somebody offered me an amazing trade for it, which I took them up on immediately. And I don't have any regrets. I'm totally down with the trade that I made for it. But just how quickly they agreed to it And believe me when I tell you that financially, I came out on top with this. This was when we got done doing the poser video for it. The response was just so overwhelmingly positive, and this person's eagerness to actually have this figure in his collection was overwhelming. That he was just like, "I will give you this premium format figure in exchange for the 6-scale figure."
Which is done. That's strong. That's strong.
Is that? Yeah.
I mean, I have
essentially monetarily, I traded him for something twice its value at the time.
Yeah, I haven't made a video on this guy yet. I've just been having so much fun with him. The head sculpt is on point. I don't know.
Yeah, I love the head sculpt.
I love that his eyes are painted going forward because the Homecoming one's to the side. I can't stand it when they do that. It drives me nuts. I don't like the eyes off to the side. It just, for display purposes, it annoys me. But I would recommend you get it. Just throw that out there. Because when it does sell out, this is the only suit that's been in 4 movies. Name another character, any Marvel character that's had the same suit 4 times. That one.
4 movies? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
That's the
4,
only
has
one.
Been 4? Both Avengers movies, and then Far From Home.
Far From Home, and it was in Homecoming at the very end.
Was that the suit that he showed him in Homecoming? I actually never went back to look at Homecoming to find out if that was the same suit.
Same suit.
Okay. Wow.
Same suit. So 4 movies. So just saying, Anne is freaking beautiful in person.
Yeah, it really is. I remember when the video for the poser video for that figure posted, there were a lot of people who just bitched about it being the wrinkles.
Yeah.
Like, why is it wrinkling? Doesn't make any sense. Well, dude, get over it.
It's not real nanotech.
It's not real nanotech. I actually haven't taken the time to. I'm gonna confess here. I haven't taken the time to do my diligence and actually look at the details of the suit on the screen. I do remember when we saw Far From Home, noting that not much of it was actual armor. Like the shoulder, the pauldrons, they were armor. But everything else seemed to be nanotech down below, and that's cool, But just pick your battles, man. I mean, I can't even imagine what it would take to engineer something like the Mark 50 in Spider-Man size. I mean, look how thin those arms are.
Yeah, and it would.
You know how much you would have to. You know how much you would have to pay for that. Just the tooling cost alone are astronomical. It's just ridiculous. I know. If you're bitching about the Iron Spider-Man suit because they chose to go with a fabric that wrinkles at some of the joints, then I don't think you really have an understanding of what goes into making 6-scale figures.
And honestly, I'm gonna throw this out there. You might be strong. I'll probably get some hate comments about this, but maybe you should not be buying suits or figures that have that type of suit. Stick with a trooper.
Yeah, okay. It's just not your jam.
Yeah, that's it. Because that's a lot of money to spend on something you're not going to like.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
And maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're just like, I really, really want this very, very badly. Why haven't you provided me with that which I want? All right. Well,
yeah, it could be that.
I don't. Yeah.
Brian Ruiz says, "What's the best way to display a single hot toy?"
Sideshow's got some. Sideshow has had in the past. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but they had some really awesome cases. There was one that's about 14 inches tall, and another one was about 16 inches tall for the taller figures. But they feature tiny LED lights, one each in all the 4 corners of the base, so that you can twist, rotate them, and point them wherever you want them to go.
Yep, they still got them, I think.
Yeah, that's a valid question because there are certain things that I want that aren't really part of a collection, so to speak. Right. The John Wick figure, I've got John Wick coming in next week. That's not going to be part of a collection. That's not going to be up there on one of those shelves behind me here because
he's in the Mandalorian.
See, why did you have to tell me that? You're spoiling everything. Every time I turn around, you got to spoil it.
He's the one that put all those buckets on pikes.
That's it. That kind of fits his kill count, doesn't it?
He did it. He did it all with a pencil.
Oh God, I love John Wick.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really like that figure too. We saw it in the comic shop. They had it there, and I told you that I was like, it just doesn't fit anywhere in my collection. I really like it, but it just doesn't. Where would I put it? I have no idea. Other than maybe John Wick with Deadpool would be the only combination I could come up with.
Oh, you could have so much fun with that.
Yeah. So
the stories you could tell.
The stories, yeah, exactly. So
I was right there with you when we talked about it, and I saw John Wick 3 today. It dropped unexpectedly. I didn't think it was going to drop till next week, and I woke up this morning to an email saying, "Hey, you got John Wick in your inbox." What? And then so I watched it today, and I was like, "Yeah, I need that."
All right, so everybody out there who hasn't seen it yet, then you're out of luck. Best character in John Wick 3 characters or the dogs?
I was trying to show my wife that before you sent me that message about the I told her, do you want to see the best use of dogs in any movie ever?
Yep.
Period.
They were
period.
Awesome. They were
let alone best use of dogs in ripping out male genitalia. I mean,
yeah, they were.
Not to spoil it for you, but you should have watched it in theaters.
So wow,
those two dogs were legit.
They were awesome. The only thing that was a little weird in that movie with the dog scene is they had ramps everywhere. Like, who builds a whatever that was, that yard, base, whatever you call it, castle thing, with ramps everywhere? I'm like, that's a little weird.
Video game designers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know. This is weird. But the dogs were amazing. Freaking love them.
Yeah, I'm so proud of those dogs.
Yeah. And I thought...
I just kept looking down at my dogs because my dogs are all. I actually had to bring beds into this room because the dogs kept following me in here.
Oh well,
I kept
Tucker's down. We had that storm tonight. Thunder's going crazy, and Tucker's all freaking out, going crazy. So he would not be good in that situation with all the gunfire.
Yeah.
He would not be good.
But I looked down at my dogs and was just like, "You guys need to start pulling your weight more." Because you're just not going to do that anytime soon.
At minimum, just sit when I tell you to sit. At minimum,
I'll deal with. I'll take that for now.
Yeah,
anything at this point. But.
Awesome. All right. Well, we've been on here for an hour or so. I don't know how long.
I probably got to call it quits.
Yeah, I think we can call it quits. I think we're safe. I think we covered Mandalorian. We covered Hot Toys. We covered Rebels, Clone War. We covered a lot of stuff. I think it was pretty good.
All right, cool.
So, hey, by the way, hold on. Before you guys go, I'm going to put a link in the chat to Terry's YouTube channel. Hold on.
Oh, thanks, dude.
And go subscribe if you don't mind.
Thanks, man.
Yep. If I can find it in my chat. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got new I've got new content coming up after this weekend.
There we go. So there's Terry's YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it. We'll be here again talking more Hot Toy stuff and whatever. And I'm going to try and bribe Terry. I haven't told him this yet, but I'm going to try and bribe him to come pose on my figures for me, and I'll buy him a pizza or something. But that might...
I will work. I will not work for pizza for many people, but I might work for pizza for you.
It'll be good pizza, I promise.
Just don't give me no death nuts.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. We'll work. Yeah, you don't want that.
Just don't put any death nuts on that pizza and we're good.
No, you definitely don't want that. But we're going to wrap it up. All you guys are here the whole time. Thank you very much for participating in chat. Definitely go subscribe to Terry. Put a link in the chat there for you. And, let's look forward to The Mandalorian. It's going to be...
I am so jazzed.
Woo!
All right.
I'm ready to break out my Rebels Black Series figures and take some photos. That's all I'm saying.
I'm ready to customize my own figure.
Oh.
Boom!
Yeah, well, if you get one done, let me know.
So. As soon as that happens. Don't hold your breath.
All right, YouTube chat. We'll catch y'all later.
Adios.